Hello, welcome to Level 1 Yoga. My name is Tricia Schwabe, and I am honored to guide you through this class. Keep in mind, I am your guide for the class, but your body is a better guide. So if anything doesn't feel right, please back out of the pose gently, come back to center, and go into a seated position or child's pose, wherever you can catch your breath and just come back to center gently. So we're going to start today at the front of the mat on your feet, please. And thanks for being here. So taking some deep breaths in mountain pose. Establishing the breath pattern for the rest of the series. I'm going to turn and face towards you for just a few breaths here, but you're facing the front of your mat. Bringing yourself into center. Feeling your feet firmly on the ground, lifting the toes. Feel the ball mounds on the heels evenly on the mat. And let the toes come back down. Keep the breath pattern deep and steady, exhaling completely. Feel the root center sinking into the earth, the crown of the head reaching up to the heavens, the line of energy between them extending, creating lots of room in your body for all the good stuff to take place in the vital organs and the muscles. Feel the contact of your feet on the earth. Maybe you can feel that pull deep down into the center of the earth. If not, that's fine, but just feel that groundedness. This is a grounding feeling you're going to come back to time and again throughout the series. Coming back to center, feeling grounded, preparing yourself for the next pose. So now, lifting the arms up and floating the arms down on the exhale. Lifting up, looking at the hands if that works for you. Floating down. Let the chin drop to the chest. On the next one, I want you to open your stance slightly. Reaching high, bringing prayer hands down to the chest. Chest reaches forward, hips reach back. Bringing your head down gently. Keeping the prayer hands at the heart center. Just bent knees. Easy stretch in the back of the thighs, the hamstrings. Inhaling back up. Baby back bend at the top. Back down. Head hangs heavy. Pause for a beat. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Pause for a beat. Inhale back up. Pause for a beat. Back down. One more time to inhale up. And back down. This time we're going to keep the body down. Bend the knees deeply. Shake the head yes. Give yourself a big hug behind the legs. Head is relaxing down. Shake it yes. Coming into a half lift, flat back. Monkey pose. Back down. Blocks are fine here if you need them. Inhale, half lift. And back down. Again, half lift, inhale. Back down, hands reach down, feet step back, knees drop gently, and reach into child's pose. Walk your hands as far forward as you can, and then take a deep breath in. Allow your forearms to drop down. And take a few breaths in child's pose. Keep your body heavy on the mat. Really feel the heaviness and that earthy feeling, that grounded feeling. As the earth always does, it holds us heavy on the earth, giving us the opportunity to sink in and feel a little more grounded. Coming up into a tabletop pose, where I want you to do a few rounds of cat-cow, so stomach slings, crown and tail lift on the inhale. Crown and tail drop on the exhale, pulling the stomach in. Cat position. Inhale. Pausing for a beat. Exhale. So a few rounds at your own pace. One more round after the one you're on. And when you're done with that, sinking back into child's pose, arms come alongside the body, roll the wrists. You can rock the hips side to side if that feels good. Reaching back out, coming into tabletop. Right leg reaches back, flexed foot. Drop the toes down, press the heel back, left leg position of your choice. You can lift it or you can keep it down for stability. Feel the stretch in the back of the right leg, particularly the lower leg. Inhale, relax. Exhale, stretch it back again. Inhale, relax. One more time, right heel back. Both knees come down, sink back into child's pose, bringing it back to neutral. Take a breath here. And coming right up into the other side, left leg reaches back. Flexed foot, drop the toes down, press the heel back. Right leg position of your choice. Inhale, relax. Exhale, stretch it back. Inhale, relax. Exhale, stretch it back. One more time, inhale, relax. Stretch the left heel back, drop the right toes down. Take both heels to the back of the mat, stretching the back of both legs. Both knees come down. Sink back, roll the wrists, rock the hips. Coming back into tabletop, taking the right leg back, flexing the foot, left arm reaches forward, staying here, taking it to the next level, left arm circles alongside the body, right leg bends, reach forward, grab the foot, kicking it into the hand, opening the head and chest to the left, to neutral, release the foot, arm comes forward, take a breath. Hand down, knee down, right into the other side, left leg reaches back, right arm reaches forward. Take it to the next step if you feel stable. Reach forward, grab the foot. Kick it into the hand, opening the chest and head to the right. Keep your breath going. Releasing. Arm comes forward, take a breath. Hand down, knee down. Tuck the toes under as you sink back. Let the head relax down, forearms down. Roll the wrists, move the fingers. Untuck the toes. Reaching forward. Coming back up. 2 rounds of cat-cow here, just to feel the difference after you did that movement. Inhaling. Exhaling, pull it in, drop crown and tail. Inhale. Pull it in, and as you do so, tuck the toes under, lifting into downward facing dog. Paddling it out. Coming up high on the ball mounds of the toes, bend the knees deeply, drop the chest towards the thighs. Extending through the back. Breathe deeply. And then coming back into down dog. Planting the left foot, reaching back with the right foot. Right foot comes down. Reaching back with the left foot, neutral hips here. Paddling it out. Opening up the feet wide to the sides of the mat. Right hand plants, left arm reaches, twisting everything to the left, including toes, knees, and hips. Left hand down, extend the back, bending the knees is fine. I encourage it. Same thing, other side, left hand plants, right arm reaches. Right hand down. Feet come back to hip width. Walk the feet towards the hands. Just move my mat over a little bit here. Head relaxes down. Half lift, flat back. Back down. Half lift. Arms out like airplane wings. Reach up high for the ceiling as you bend the knees. Interlaced fingers. Chest to the thighs, head relaxed down. If this isn't comfortable for your arms, you can keep them down on the mat or resting on the back of the hips. Slowly lift the chest up to a flat back. Release the hands into chair position. Prayer hands come to the heart center, keeping the hips and knees and legs neutral, and as one unit, rotating to the right. Back into chair, almost fell there. Prayer hands down. Take it to the other side. Coming back to neutral here in chair position. Prayer hands down, straightening the legs. Paddle out the knees. Yeah, feel that mountain pose as we started. Lifting the toes again, feeling the ball mounds evenly on the mat. Heel to ball mound within each foot, and each foot centered equally and evenly. Toes come down, inhaling the arms up. Prayer hands come down, Chest reaches forward, hips reach back as we did. This time bringing the hands down to the mat. Shake the head, yes. You're going to take your hands and cup the back of the heels, bent knees, stepping on your fingers. Little pressure there, stimulating blood flow to the fingers. Head relaxes down, active arms, pulling on the heels. And then as you can, take the bend out of the knees just a bit. Compact as possible. Pulling on the heels as you go. Release the heels. Hands come back down, stepping into plank position. Remember, the knees can come down if you need them to. Like that. Staying in plank. Into down dog. Down into plank. Into down dog. Let's take the right leg back. Three-legged dog, lifting the right leg, taking the leg up to the ceiling. You can stop here or bend that right leg. Stretching the front of the right hip. Try and keep that left heel down and back. Extended, shoulders neutral. Kick the leg back up. Bring the right leg down. Left leg reaches back, neutral hips to start. Three-legged dog lifting. Shoulders neutral. Bend that left leg if it works for your hip. Right heel down. Neutral shoulders. Left leg kicks back up, comes through neutral. Back down. Bringing the feet to the front of the mat. Head relaxes. Half lift, flat back. Back down. Reverse all the way up. Prayer hands up high. Bring the palms down to the shoulder blades. Prayer hands up high. Taking a half moon to the right. I'm going to turn. You guys can stay facing the front of the mat. Half moon. Keep the chest lifted. So don't turn the upper body to make the depth a little bit greater. Stay in the alignment. Less depth is okay. If your alignment is good, coming through center. Inhaling, exhaling to the opposite side. Half moon. Coming back to center. Arms float down, roll the shoulders back. Shedding a layer, always good. Inhaling up, taking the forward fold, taking the left foot back, dropping the heel down, lifting into low lunge. Left hip flexor getting a good stretch here. Prayer hands to the heart, rotating right. Back to center, full expression. Hands float down. Knee is staying where it is. Front foot is staying where it is, but the toes of the front foot lift, heel plants, hips shift back. If you want a little more intensity in this stretch, take the left hip, rotate it back, right hip, rotate it forward. Back to neutral, full expression, low lunge, cactus arms, coming back up, Arms float down. Take the right arm down to block or mat or on the right hip and take a half moon position to the right. So taking that side stretch, legs in a different position. Back to center. Hands come down, tuck back toes under, plant left hand, right arm reaches. Too much for you, you can keep that knee down in a low lunge if you'd like. Right hand down, step the feet together, easy forward fold, shake the head, yes. Half lift, back down, reversing all the way up, only to take it right back down. Right leg back, this time dropping the knee down, low lunge, left side. Prayer hands to the heart. Inhale. On the exhale, rotate left. Coming back to center. Hands float down. Hip shift back, toes lift. Toes of the front foot. If you want more intensity and that leg straightens, right hip pulls back, left hip rotates forward. So a little twist to the hips here. Intensifying the stretch, not mandatory. Hips come back to neutral. Low lunge, full expression. Cactus arms. So cactus arms like this. Back up, hands float down, back toes tuck, lift the back knee, high lunge, right hand plants, left arm reaches. Left hand comes down, step the feet together, forward fold, half lift, back down, reversing all the way up, prayer hands to the heart, arms down, let all that go, pedal it out. Nice, inhaling up, taking the forward fold. This time left foot back. Let's stay in that high lunge. Lifting the upper body. Full expression, so lifting the arms up. Ball mound of the back foot. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Taking the arms out like airplane wings. You can stay here if you want more intensity. Inhale, twisting towards the right. Hips stay neutral. Back to center. Full expression. Arms come down. So we're going to rotate on that back foot and into the hip, taking it in warrior two. So the left arm comes up. Front foot stays where it is, and we turn that hip and foot so it's parallel to the short end of the back of the mat. Here we are. Warrior two. Reverse. Warrior two. Arms come down. We're going to go back into high lunge by rotating on that ball mound of the back foot, turning the hip back to neutral. Arms lift. Take them down to the shoulder blades. Back up. Hands come back down to the mat. Step the feet together. Head relaxes. Half lift, flat back. Back down, right into the other side. Right foot stepping back. Lifting into a high lunge. Arms float down, out from the shoulders. Inhale. This time twisting to the left. Coming back to center. Full expression. Hands drop to the shoulder blades. Back to center, hands float down. Step the feet together. Let's do that again. I forgot the shifting into warrior two. Ooh, so arms come down. Still in that high lunge. Right arm reaches. Cartwheeling the arms, rotating the hip into warrior two. Sometimes I forget. Reverse. Warrior two. Keep that torso up and down. Arms are going to drop. We're going to come up on the ball onto the back foot, rotating the hip to neutral. Back into high lunge. Now hands float down, step the feet together. Head relaxes. Half lift. Bring it back down. Shake the head. Reversing up. Prayer hands to the heart. Taking a quarter turn. Wide angle stance. Nice. Bringing the arms up. Prayer hands up high. Lifting the chin slightly. Looking up. Feel that position. Arms come down. Onto the hips. Outside edges of the feet parallel to the short end of the mat. Might feel a little bit of tightness in the abductors here. Bring the legs out from center. Taking an inhale. And on the exhale, hinging at the hips. Finding your flat back here. Keep the weight slightly into the toes. On an inhale, coming back up, taking the arms up. Exhaling back down into a flat back. Breathe. One more time, inhaling, lifting. Arms come up. Back down into the flat back again. This time letting the stretch go a little bit further, bringing your upper body down. Hands can come to the mat. Finding a good stretch here. Let the head hang heavy. If you want to intensify it, narrow the stance slightly. Grabbing the outside edges of the heels or the feet and assisting the stretch by pulling the upper body down, hairline towards the line between the toes. Flat back, your active arms. Releasing that, walking the hands out, away from the mat. Extending the back into a down dog back here. Inhaling, coming up, lifting on the toes. Exhaling back down. Inhaling back out. Stay on the toes, plant the right hand. Twist everything to the left. You can keep the bend in the knees. You're turning your toes and hips and chest to the left, just like we did earlier with a narrower stance. Left hand comes down, extend the back. Walking back out, this time taking a twist to the right, left hand planting, everything turning to the right. Right hand down, extend the back. Doing that one more time, coming out, lifting onto the toes, the ball mounts, right hand plants, everything rotates to the left. Left hand down, extend the back. Coming back out, last time, left hand plants, right hand reaches, everything turning to the right. Right hand down, extend the back again, walk the hands back to center. Walk the hands to the right, taking the right toes out, 45 degrees. Hands plant. Right leg is bending out over the foot. Never let it collapse into the center. Left hand or left foot is planted. Outside edge of the left foot. Supporting the stretch with your upper body, your hands. Right elbow can press into the right shin to keep that knee out over the foot. Straightening the right leg, toes come forward, walk hands through center to the left. Hands plant inside and in front of the foot. Left toes turn out 45. Bending the left knee and dropping the hips as your body allows. Straighten left leg, toes come forward, back to center. Reaching through the legs with the hands and the arms. Back to center. I'm going to turn to the side for this, but you guys stay where you are. So your wide angle stance. Heel toe the feet inward. Hands plant inside and in front of the feet. Elbows can press into the shins. As you bend the knees, hips drop, head drops a bit here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back down. If you want to use the arms and make it a little more challenging and intense, inhale, flat back. Exhale, back down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, flat back. If it feels good, hold on to it for a breath. Back down. Slowly straightening the legs. I'm going to turn back onto my mat. Half lift, flat back. Bringing it all the way up. Walking the feet together, paddling it out. All right. Very nice. Going back to the front of the mat here. I'm going to turn towards you. We're going to do a balancing pose. So I'm going to stay in the center. You can be at the front of your mat. Right knee up, opens, tree pose. Find your foot position. Kickstand calf, inner thigh, or a half lotus. Keep lifting through your crown. Steady gaze. Prayer hands to the heart. Growing branches if you choose. Prayer hands back to the heart center. Trees release, pedal it out. Knee up, knee opens. Find your foot position on the other side. Hopefully it's the same. Prayer hands to the heart. You want to try and be equal on both sides. I hung on to it. Growing branches. Prayer hands down to the heart center. And trees release. Pedaling it out. Nice. Front of the mat, inhaling up. Exhaling over, stepping back, into a plank position. You can take a chaturanga if you choose. I'm going to do a modification here, dropping the knees down and allowing the body to lower down. Scooping up through, coming into a cobra pose. You can do an upward dog if you choose. Letting the head come down. Left ear on the mat. Find a couple of breaths here to acclimate to the new position. Nice. Head comes back to center. Arms reach forward. Chin is tucked. On an inhale, right leg, left arm. Reach back and forward and lift. Back down. Relaxing the head down. Breath. Lifting up opposite left leg, right arm. Back down. Bring the arms alongside the body. Opposite ear on the mat. Open the knees, bend the knees, feet up to the ceiling, and just let the lower legs fall side to side. Back to center. Legs extend, arms out like airplane wings, chin tucked. On an inhale, you're going to lift everything up. First step is engaging the thighs, keeping the tops of the feet down, and then lifting up into full locust here. Slowly coming back down. Opposite ear on the mat, arms alongside the body, and relax. I'm going to take a change of position by turning onto your back. Taking the knees up to the chest and hugging your knees to your chest. Just to counter the 2 back extensions we did. Rock it side to side if that works. So we're going to do some ab work today and some scissoring. So I recommend putting something under your hips. I'm sorry I didn't tell you that before, but I like to slide a bolster under my hips from about the sits bones to my bottom rib. Bent knees. If you've been to my live classes, you know that this is the way I do it, but if you have a rolled up mat or a blanket, you can also do that. It makes it a little more comfortable and a little less likely to strain the back, in my opinion. So, but it's up to you as far as where you want to take it. Knees are going to come up. You want to adjust that bolster accordingly. Take the legs up to the ceiling. Feet up to the ceiling, legs straight. Now, before you start, I want to show you what not to do. You don't want your legs to fall like that, because what that does is the pelvis tilts and then it's going to engage the low back muscles. If you keep your legs at least at 90, maybe even closer to the chest, it's going to extend, it's going to stretch the low back out and allow the work to be in the front of the body. So the first thing I want you to do is just rock the feet towards the top of the mat, and you'll notice my hips are coming off of the support, just to get that feeling of the front of the body working. One more time. And then coming back to center. Now we're going to take a scissoring position, dropping the right leg down, left leg toward the chest. You'll notice the angle isn't very large, and this top leg is staying close. and then bringing the right leg back up and switching sides. So the minute this top leg starts to drop down, you're gonna kick in that low back. So keep that top leg high. If you can bring that lower leg down while keeping the leg high, you're gonna be fine. So we're gonna scissor front to back. If you wanna take that lift at the top, you can. Now, there's going to be differing intensities depending on how long you've been doing this. So when you get tired and you feel like you're struggling too much, your knees come to your chest and you relax the feet down. It'll be a different point for everybody. And I'll just go with kind of my time frame, bringing the knees into the chest. Feet come down, and I take a breath, adjusting on the bolster as needed. We'll do 2 sets of that. Knees come up, legs straighten. Taking the right leg down, left leg to the chest. This time we're just going to hold that position. Feel the work in the front of the body, the abdominals, stretching the legs, coming back up, switching, holding it. The legs can be bent if you need them to be, maybe working towards straight legs down the road. And switch again. Hold on to it. Switch one more time, hold on to it. And then take a scissoring rhythm as it feels good. My arms are relaxed at my side. I'm trying to keep my head and neck relaxed. I hope you are too. And then my knees, I'm done. Knees come to the chest, feet come down. And again, you can go as long as you like. Feel free to turn the video off and scissor away. So I'm going to stretch my legs out. My hips are still lifted with the bolster, so I'm getting a little compression in my low back, stretching out the fibers I just shortened. Arms come overhead, stretching the body in both directions. And arms relax down, bringing the knees back up to the chest, extending the legs up again. One more. This time we're going to take the legs side to side as one unit. So pendulum-like, side to side. Notice my legs are not dropping down here. If you do that, you're going to kick in the low back. I know I sound like a broken record, but the lower back doesn't need to work anymore. The lower back needs to stretch and allow the abdominals to do some of the work. So we're going side to side. As you go to the right, that left hip will lift off the bolster a bit. That's fine. Same thing. Keep your breath going. As you go to the right, next time I want you to hold the legs there. If you're so far that you can't hold them, then bring the legs up a little bit. You know, it's nice if we can bring it all the way down, but not everybody is there. Coming through center, taking it to the opposite side. So as I go to the left, that right hip is lifting. I'm balancing on my left hip. I'm using the lower back muscles and the obliques here. So it's a good area to be in tune with through center. Taking it to the right again, holding it. And one more time through center to the left. Back to center. Let the feet come towards the top of the mat, hugging behind the thighs. Feel free to massage the calves a bit here. Knees come to the chest, feet come down, taking a breath here. We're going to do reclined pigeon now, so you can take your support out from under your hips if you'd like. I like to keep it there. Crossing that right foot over the left, figure four. Taking the right arm through the figure four, interlacing behind the left leg. Feeling a stretch in the right piriformis muscle. If you want to take that left leg up, you can, circling that your left foot. I like to circle the foot and then let my left leg relax down because I'm more focused on the right hip here, but this is freestyle, so do what feels best. Now take your left calf and parallel it to the earth, releasing the arms down, keeping the figure four intact, rocking side to side, keeping the shoulders neutral. And then on your next rock to the left, hold that. And you'll get a different sort of more intense stretch in the right posterior hip and the glutes and the piriformis muscle. Lowering it down, but not bringing it all the way to the ground. Be careful, these are the lower back muscles working and twisting here. So coming back to center, left foot down, uncross, breath in center. Going to the opposite side, left over right. Left arm reaches through the figure four, right knee comes to the chest, interlace behind the right thigh. Take the foot up if you choose, rolling the foot and ankle, range of motion into the foot and ankle, keeping your right leg up or letting it drop down. Feel the stretch in the left posterior hip into the piriformis muscle. Breathe into it. Taking the right leg parallel, releasing the arms. Rocking the figure four. Keep it intact as you rock side to side with the hips. Next time you go to the right, hold it. Shoulders neutral. Left hip is lifting off of the support or the mat. If you want to test it, bringing it more of a twist into the body, but don't put the feet on the ground. If you're going too far, you want to back out, listen to your body. Coming back to center, right foot down, uncross. Feet go towards the top of the mat again, and a little side to side rocking. And bring the arms down if you choose. Let's open the legs, grabbing the feet. A happy baby pose here, but we're going to just take a stretch here by straightening the legs. If your legs won't straighten, go to wherever you need to take them. If you want to grab peace fingers around the big toe and take a straddle here, that's fine. Go to the stretch that works best for you. So rocking side to side again, let arms not kinking up in the shoulder, so keeping the arms straight if you can, shoulders neutral. And then bringing the feet in together, reaching underneath the calves, grabbing the feet, supporting here these open, externally rotated hips. So the arms are underneath the calves, grabbing the feet from the outside. A little supported butterfly pose here. taking the feet back out into that straddle again. And again, holding where it feels comfortable and you feel supported. Releasing, bringing the legs back up, knees to the chest, feet come down. If you do have something under your hips still, go ahead and remove the support. Stretching the legs out on the mat, inhale the arms up overhead. Bringing the right knee up to the right shoulder, wind removing pose. Right side, compressing the ascending colon. Arms or elbows are in by your side. Roll that right foot into some range of motion. Letting the right knee come out to the right foot comes towards the pubic bone. You can hold this and support the leg, or you can take a half lotus here with the leg on top of the right foot, on top of the left inner thigh, and letting that knee open. But you don't want any pain in the knee. So if you need to support this and just hold it, that's fine. If you can take the knee down, that's works for your body, then please do that. But if any pain in the knee, you want to bring it back to, back out of it gently. Knee pain is not good, not good. Breathing into it. Assist the knee back up. Wind removing pose again, pulling the knee to the shoulder, eventually knee and shoulder touch, releasing the right leg down, arms up overhead, take a breath. Left knee up to the left shoulder, interlace grip on top of the shin, compressing the descending colon, active arms. Same thing, taking the left knee out, supporting it with your arms if you need to, going to your pose, your body, your practice. Keep the breath going deep and steady. Releasing anything that you might be holding on to towards the end of the series. Bringing the left knee up, wind removing again. Come on, Marley. Releasing the leg down, inhaling up. Deep breath. Arms come back down. Here she comes. Hugging the knees in. Oh, she's going on the couch instead. Rocking it side to side. Compressing the transverse colon here. And let's take it into another happy baby. This time a little more fun, no stretching, just kind of rocking side to side. A little stretching, but not with the straight legs, although you're welcome to do that again if you choose. Giving your lower back a bit of a massage here. Releasing the legs, stretching them out. One more big stretch here. Arms overhead. And then as the arms come down, finding your Shavasana position, corpse pose. Heels in, toes fall open, palms are up. That indicates your chest is nice and relaxed, open heart here. And you guys stay in that position, feeling your body heavy into the earth, feeling all the points of contact. And just allow your body to let go. Allowing all the work you just did to benefit your body. It will benefit your body through the Shavasana and throughout your day. So the work is done. Now your body's wisdom takes over. And all you have to do is breathe and be still. Taking some deep breaths. So that chime is an invitation to bring yourself back to your physical surroundings gently and slowly, respectfully. I want you to bring your attention to your breathing pattern and your feeling right now, and know that you can go back to that any time throughout your day by just bringing yourself back to the centered position, breathing deeply, and remembering this sense of peace you have right now. Bringing some small movements into your body. Slowly rolling to the right before coming up to seated. Take a few breaths there on your right side. We want to bring the heart up slowly after that deep relaxation. And I have a short quote from Glennon Doyle today. I have just read her book, so she is on my mind. She's very wise and has done a lot of work on self-transformation. And she says, "I have met myself, and I am going to care for her fiercely." I have met myself, and I am going to care for her fiercely. So I always talk about yoga as a path of getting to know yourself better, all the intricacies of the body functioning and all the emotions and the feelings. So getting to know yourself, getting to like yourself, and caring for yourself deeply is, I think, a big piece of the puzzle. So I agree with her. Inhaling, prayer hands to your heart center. And on the exhale, bowing down, honoring your practice this morning, sealing in anything learned, anything gained. The divine light and love in me bows to and honors the divine light and love in all of you always. May love guide your way. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this path we call self-care. Check out my website, triciaschwaba.com, TRICIASCHWABA, triciaschwaba.com for more videos on elegant aging, self-care, yoga, and all things holistic healing. I hope you have a beautiful day. Be well.